Real quick, I just want to get it out of the way. I love how cheesy that thumbnail shot is, by the way. It took me forever, and then I found something that actually looked decent, so I was so happy, and I was like, I like it, I'm just gonna use it. It's so cheesy. But, yeah, so, here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. I'm probably gonna edit that out. Whatever. So, yeah, it's me. Hello. So, life, decided to say, tell me to go fly a kite. So, that's why I haven't uploaded in a while. I had a few Nintendo Unbox videos I was gonna do, and I've been wanting to live stream, so I'm thinking of, like, like, literally making 50 Google accounts, because you need 50 subscribers, and then I'm gonna make 50 Google accounts, then just have each one of those accounts subscribed to my channel, and I'm all set. Bada bing, bada boom. So then I'll be able to play anything. I'll do, I could do anything NES, maybe some Super NES. I'm cool. That was just a radio I'm moving. But so within the past year of my life has been very, it's been just very, what's the word here? It's been very, it was something, alright. And, yeah, so, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I had my games at my grandmother's house. And, so, and then about less than a year ago, even though it feels like, I don't know, but, my grandfather passed away, whom I was very close with, and I was at my grandparents' house almost every day, because I lived a few blocks away. And after he passed away, my grandmother said, she's like, I don't want that big house to myself anymore, and it wasn't a huge house, but she just does, it was like, maybe like a three bath, and like, maybe like 3 bed, 3 bath, 3 bed, front room, kitchen, basement, unfinished basement, whatever. Not a big backyard, garage, whatever. So, she didn't want it, and, after he passed, we were just moving stuff and getting stuff in boxes for months. We would just do that. And, yeah, it was, so I would wake up, usually, like, if I was off, because we would usually do it on weekends, because my aunt works, I go to school, so we would do it on weekends, so I'd get up, and then she would pick me up, we'd probably either go grab something, like, sometimes we would either go get, maybe, like, a breakfast sandwich, or we'd get, like, a big breakfast at McDonald's, share it, because that's the only thing worth a damn at McDonald's is their breakfast. Everything else is garbage. Or we would just maybe just eat a bowl of Cheerios, whatever. So yeah, it was very, and then it was just sort through stuff, box it up, clean it, to see what you're doing with it. And there's way more to it than that, but about a year ago, it's been just rough. It's been very hard. My grandma moved just like about a month ago into her new place. She likes it. I like it. But yeah, I don't live with my grandmother. I live with my mom and my dad, but I was just over there a lot. And, yeah, so it's definitely been, it's been a time. It's not a real sentence, but it's been a hoot and a half, is what my mom would probably say. But, whatever, on with the NES collection. So, I will probably go into more detail about that whole story in the room tour within the next week. I'll probably be getting to that, and then, what's I gonna say? Oh yeah, more like box stuff and cords. I'm not gonna go through like all that today. I'll do that in the room tour video, but for now it's just the games mainly, and it's just the games and stuff. So let's start at the beginning of the alphabet with 10-Yard Fight, and then 1942, which is a mediocre port, but I like it. Adventure Island, hard as balls, and I think I'm at 174 or 5 cartridges for the system. excuse me, probably 175. But I got quite a lot of games that I got are new, like Dino Riki and Bayou Billy, and just stuff like that. Let's see, does it look worse if I zoom in? Not really. So then we go along. Barker Bill is new. I also had some me beating games videos like Bart vs. the World and Batman, which, man, Batman was tough. I wasn't even focusing on beating Bart vs. the World, but I don't know how I managed to pull it off one night. So then, Bionic Commando, working on that one. Blaze of Steel, Blaster Master, Bubble Bobble, Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout, all great games. Burger Time, Castlevania Trilogy, and then we're going on to Commando, Contra, and then the Donkey Kong games. As you might notice that there is some games that are missing, like Donkey Kong Jr. and Junior Math. Yeah, I regrettably sold some of my games that I'm kind of pissed off about, but I'm trying to buy them back, so it's all good. Then we are done with the first row, and now the second row. Starting off with Dragon Warrior, 5-Screw Duck Hunt, DuckTales, Sight Bike, Fester's Quest, Final Fantasy, which I picked up recently. Galaga, I got Christmas. Then Gauntlet here. What was I gonna say? It's the Tension, and it's not this was one of the few games that they released for the NES that was made by Tension. That was also a gray cart variant as well. But I only have the black cart. Very nice condition. I bought that complete for $39.99. So it was really nice condition. Picked up Ghostbusters. I beat that. Ghosts and Goblins, Galgo. You already know how much I love Galgo 13. I'm looking for the variant to Gunsmoke. I'm looking for the cartoony look instead of the real kind of drawings. The more cartoony version I'm looking for. Do not have 3-Screw Gyromite. That would be pretty badass, which means badass. I like to say badass. I like to say a lot of things that are stupid and funny. I'm on to Ice Climber. I'm not going to go through everything. I picked up Akari Warriors recently. Beat the first level. Woo! I'm not even kidding. It took a solid 20 minutes. It was so monotonous. ABBA. 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 Fuck! It doesn't work. But, no. This is a rental copy, and I believe there's a Tengen version of this game. Blackheart, and, but this is the Mindscape version. This is actually from a video rental store. It's in okay condition. I don't think I paid too much. I actually think I got that for my birthday from one of my friends. Let's see. I'm only going to go over games that I recently got that are probably new. Jackal, Jeopardy Jr., I think the Johnny Always Quarterback, those are all new. My 5-Screw Zelda game. I picked up Little Mermaid. I beat that the first day I got it. And now here's where we're starting to get to some stuff that's good. I own Mega Man 1 through 4, which 1 is in rough shape. But here's the kicker. I was at a store where they have not bargain bins, but bins of collections that just came in, and the guys there, so they're not tested, they're just kind of there, so you can make an offer for a price. So this was in there, and I kind of noticed, I was like, oh my god, that's the first Mega Man, it's craptastic artwork. And then I go up to the guy and I go, how much? He goes, he was an older guy. He goes, what game is that? He goes, I don't know, $5.99. I went, sold. This was on Christmas break. This was like December 27th or December 28th or something. This was like genuinely only like a couple days after Christmas and Christmas Day. So happy to pick this up for such a cheap price, even with a shitty label. Which is normally, like, even shitty labels probably can go from, like, 50 to, like, anywhere to, like, 80. But in good condition, it's about, like I said, 80 to 100. Then I got Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and I got Mega Man 4, which is the second rarest of them all that I have. I have Mega Man 5 for the Famicom, and I'm not interested in Mega Man 6 quite yet, because I didn't get into that one for some reason. Mickey Mouse Capade, Mighty Bomb Jack I finished. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. I recently bought NFL NES Open, or NES Play Action Football. Now here's another one of my favorite pieces that I have. The Ninja Gaiden trilogy. The Ninja Gaiden, whatever. I only owned the first one for the longest time. Then I got into it. I beat it. I could beat it without Spin Slash. I am so good at that first game. It's funny. It's not even funny. And then Ninja Gaiden 2, which I loved. It just is probably... I love the first one more because I didn't play it more, but I just have more quote-unquote nostalgia for it. But man, the second game is really good. I love the second Ninja Gaiden game. And then I picked up the third game. I've also beaten the second one. And the third one, I cannot beat this fucker. He is so god friggin' hard. It's not even funny. I can get to the final hallway before the final bosses, and I just is a bitch. Even though there's 99 continues, I like to get the 9 lives on the level before, where you're like kind of getting dragged into like the human seaweed, whatever. And I like to get infinite 9 lives, and then I just go through those on the last stage. And then if I lose them all, I lose them all. If I don't, I don't. I think I did that like a few times. I tried it like 4 or 5. This is just such a hard game. I might be able to do it one day, but not anytime soon. But it is a fantastic game, which the Famicom version you should pick up. It's cheaper and it's easier. There's save states and there's not as much enemies. You don't take as much damage. It's like what it's what these games are, except it's more of it. This is just these two games, but like it, but way more difficult. It's like it's not even. This game is so ridiculously hard. Let me put these back. And then, here is, Tenjin Pac-Man. The label's kind of screwed up. I don't know if you can see it. And I got, Pinbot. I picked that up. Then Prisoners of War. This copy is officially, broken, unless I could get a 3.8mm to open it. So I bought a new one. It's a really nice label for $10, so that was a couple months ago, so I'm happy with that purchase. Let's see. I also have a lot of manuals for these games, but I keep my manuals, and I keep my... You'll get to the manuals later, but I got a whole box full. Dust covers. Super NES and mainly NES, mainly third-party NES. This box is... I hate how zoomed in this stupid iPad camera is, because my old one had better quality, and it didn't zoom in. Like, I can't zoom out. Like, it's at 1x, but this is 2x. And this, right now, my door's probably, like, 3 meters away from me. No, right now in this thing, it's, like, right in your face. It's, what's that one EVGN quote? It's, like, it was bold, it was black, and it said 16-bit, like, right in your, hold on. It was big, it was bold, it was black, and it said 16-bit right on the front, like, in your face, bitch. But no, there's probably, like, a good amount of dust covers here. So, and then my instruction manuals we'll get to later. They're up there. Well, let's see. Let's continue on. Because it's kind of hard to read these labels. So, this is... What game is this? This is RBI Baseball. And then this must be Roadrunner, which was from a video rental store. Because, is it the only marking on it? I think it is. But, no, this is actually a cool game. I picked that up for not too much money either. I was happy. I was like, oh wow. I was like, I don't know that they made a game like that, but it was cool to get it. So, then Russian Attack, I love. Rygar, I love. Section Z, I love. I picked that up. Short Order Explode, great. Silent Service is just filler. It's like one of the cheapest games at my local game store. Picked up Slalom 5-screw. I did not pay $189 for that. I paid $20 for 5-screw with the manual. I have the manual. And then Solomon's Key. I could go on and on about how much I love Solomon's Key. It's like one of my favorites ever. I'm looking for Fire and Ice, but that's going to be a lot of money, so I should try to save up. Even though I do chores, I don't get an allowance, but I could try to see how I'll see how I get some money. Star Force I picked up. That was my most recent pickup was Star Force on Friday. Yeah, Friday. It's one of the Tecmo games. I'm actually going for all the Tecmo games. I have 11. I'm only going. Hold on, I'm gonna put you right in front of Goonies 2. What the hell, brother? Oh, my phone is on, and I accidentally pushed 3 with my kneecap. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the games I'm missing by Tecmo. Excuse me. There's 11. There's 15 games, and I currently have 11, which are Mighty Bomb Jack, the Ninja Gaiden trilogy, Solomon's Key, Rygar, Star Force, and then Tecmo Baseball, Tecmo NBA Basketball, Tecmo Bowl, and Tecmo Super Bowl. So the only ones I'm missing are Tecmo World Soccer Cup. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's different in Japan. It's different in Europe, and I just call it Tecmo Soccer, but price charting doesn't like that whenever I try to look up the price. Bad News Baseball, the soccer game, Fire and Ice, and Tecmo World Wrestling. So that soccer game is like $75, which is, it can eat me. I'm willing to pay money for Fire and Ice. And then obviously Bad News Baseball and the wrestling game are only like a few bucks. Bad News Baseball is probably like 16, I think, and then the other one's like 8 or 9. Alright, continuing onward to the 4th out of 5th row. Super C, Star Tropics I picked up. I love that. I picked that up a few months ago over Christmas break. And I got a lot of this shit. So these are actually all remaining. My dad's, my uncle's, my neighbor's friend who gave a bag of NES games to me years ago. That's how I started to get into collecting for the NES. And then this one I'm keeping because it's in really nice shape. So, let's see. Then these ones, I don't know about those variants. I still have to look into that. Some of them's yellow, some of them's orange, some of them's this, some of them's that. I don't know. Red overalls, white overalls. Too confusing. So I'm just going to think of some of the... I mean, they all are the same, but I'm actually tempted. Let me pull out all the duplicates I have. Contra. This is Contra, by the way, from the beginning. I'm going to pull out all these duplicates so that I could just... There we go. It's a duplicate. We got a duplicate. No, I'm not counting the variants. We got 2 duplicates of those. I'm not counting variants. This one's a duplicate. You bastard. That one's a duplicate. Let's see, is that good? I think so. Oh, yeah. So, hold on. Let's actually go through these Mario, Duck Hunt, and Track Meet variants for uno momento. So, as you can see, this card is just yellowed. Well, the card itself is yellowed, but the label is yellow. This one is yellow and orange, and then this one is yellow and orange. So these are the same. I was going to sell that, but I ended up not doing it. And then this one is all yellow, and these are yellow and orange. But I have a manual that's for orange, orange, orange. And then I also need to get the white with red, the red with white overalls, and it's like, ugh. It's a nightmare, but I am figuring it out. No, I'm not. Why did I say that? What was I gonna say? But yeah, so I'm gonna need to look into that and see all the variants. But yeah, so let's see. Let's put these back on the shelf. On the shelf. I like country music. So let's see here. Let's say how. Let's see. I'm just trying to put them back. Oh no, I don't care about that one. Let's see, and then I have Super Mario 2. Probably my favorite. It's my favorite of the trilogy, even though it's not a Mario game. Well, I don't think it's a Mario game because I grew up playing it. And here's the. I put the Left Bros first. He's back up here. There's the right. I put the Left Bros first because that's one of the first one I owned. Then I got this recently from my uncle. Because his. Even though they just got married a few years ago, they had my cousins, like, 12. They got married after they had kids, so they only got married a few years ago. And, like, she's always been, like, lazy, and she's a druggie, and he's trying to get rid of her, and he's like he still thinks she's hot and whatever. And I'm like, dude, you gotta let it go at one point or another. So, they had a cheap Chinese knockoff console or whatever. So, and he had this game. And then recently he was like, do you want it? I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it. Because he knows I'm into this stuff. I'm close with him, too. He actually found an N64 the other day. I'm going to test. He's probably going to bring it over tomorrow. He only lives a couple blocks away. So, yeah, I got this one first, so that's why this stays on the shelf before this one. So, here's the right rows going in right next to the left rows. And actually it makes sense, because this side is left, and then this side is right. Alright, Super Pitfall, garbage. Super Team Games, Tecmo Baseball, Basketball, Bowl, Super Bowl. Then the Ninja Turtles trilogy. Tennis, 2 copies of Tetris. 3 Stooges I beat Tiny Toon Adventures before. To the Earth, Top Gun 1 and 2, Track and Field 1 and 2, Trojan, TNC Surf Designs, Urban Champion Volleyball, Wheel of Fortune, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Real quick, I'm only missing for the alphabet of NES games. I have a game for every letter, including number. Not counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just counting if it's a number, it counts. So the O games, I can think of a few. Othello, Operation Wolf, Operation Secret Storm. Operation Secret Storm. That was NES, right? Yeah. And then a few. And then the 3 with is axes. Then I need O and X. And X is Xevious, Xexes, or Zexus. Zexus or Zexes. So Xevious, Zexus, and Xenophobe. If you just heard that Ninja Gaiden sound effect, that's because I put my... So whenever somebody texts me on my phone, it is... do, 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 do. Oh, hold on one second. So, and then my call, whenever somebody calls me, it's the Sanford and Son intro, because I love Sanford and Son. That's such a great show. But so no, so I'm missing O and X, so those, I could probably find Othello and Xenophobe, Zexus, or Xevious for cheap, so I'm pretty much good. So in the final row here, we have 6 more games, which are Wizards and Warriors, World Class Trackmate, Wrecking Crew, Ionoid, and then Zelda 2, the gold and re-release. So, real quick, let's see, hold on. I'm so sorry about this. Okay, so, real quick about my black box collection. I'm also going after black box games. I've been for the past few years. I sold Donkey Kong Jr., Junior Math, and Wild Gunman, and I'm kicking myself in the balls over it. Which, I don't know why I did that. I wanted a Game Boy player, but then I bought it, and then I didn't want it anymore. So then I traded it for a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color, and then now I don't have the Game Boy Color anymore, and I sold that for some money. And then I used that money to buy myself a pizza later, and ugh. So yeah, so I don't have those 3 anymore. If I still had them, I'd only be missing Clue Clue Land and Stack Up. So I'm still only missing 5, but I'm gonna get it under. I need to just a few things I need to bite the bullet to rebuy, which are the black box games I sold. I need to bite the bullet and buy the Fire and Ice, and I also need to bite the bullet to buy a Super Mario Brothers 1 box, the original. And I'm also need to bite the bullet on buying Rob, because I've been wanting Rob ever since I was a wee boy, when I was a wee little lad. Because I watched that Unbox Therapy video for the deluxe set, and I was like, oh my god, there's a robot? It's like, Mom, I want a robot. And she's like, no. And every birthday, every Christmas, any chance I got, what do you want? Can I have a Rob? Maybe, we'll see. And then they end up getting me something else. It's like, oh yeah, so we got you something. Okay. Ghostbusters on NES. Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm just kidding. I don't say that in front of them. But like, I've been wanting it since my dad showed me the NES when I was 6 in September of 2017. And I think I saw the video around that time. So I've been wanting that thing since I was pretty much a month away from 7 years old. So And I'm about to be, in 2 months, I'm going to be 15. So I've been wanting that damn thing for almost 8 years now. I still don't have it. I don't care if there's no pieces with it, like Gyromite pieces. I could buy those separately. I just want a goddamn robot. Except I have the little, here he goes. This is a little sneak peek in the game room tour, but there's Rob Amiibo up there on my Amiibo stand next to Joker. The only reason I have the Joker one is because, A, Full Metal Jacket, great movie. And second of all, Deskbug, the YouTuber Deskbug. I used to watch his content, and I still do. So yeah, but he hasn't uploaded in like a month, I don't think. But so there we go. There's the black box stuff and Rob, whatever. All right, moving on to imports with the Famicom. We have Burger Time, Dr. Mario, Ice Climber, Boku no Dracula-kun, which is Kid Dracula, Mario Brothers Arcade, NES Open Golf, Pac-Man, Mega Man 5, which is Rockman 5, Super Mario 1, 3, and USA. This is a unique game because it's Super Mario 2, except it only says Mario USA in like some of the packaging and stuff, like the retail stuff. Hold on. I'm gonna off my shirt a little. That's crystal clear, dude. But then you move it like 5 inches away. It's horse crap. But yeah, so then, yeah, so then, I know very little Japanese. Let's see, I know that that's and this is I know that this is M. This makes the I sound, the Rai sound, so Super Mario. Super Mario. There we go. I'm decent, I guess. Not really that good. I don't learn or take lessons. I just pick it up from the internet. Like, World of Nintendo. Dude, he's one of my favorite. Let me think. Cinemassacre. World of Nintendo. HPR Shredder. Retro Replay 83. Scott the Wise. Hey y'all, Scott here, and damn it, I own Sonic Jam. It's a pretty rare game, but I don't want to be known as the guy who owns Sonic Jam when I'm dead. But regardless of that, God, what are some of the other Irate Gamer, Pat the NES Punk. Those are like the guys that I watch a lot. I'm trying to think. I watch this one guy back in the day, I think, or Joel here from back in the day. He does unboxings and stuff. I love unboxings. I have a soft spot for those. It's just so fun to like watch somebody open something. Like if I'm bored, I'll package up an NES perfectly with baggies and twist ties, and I'll just unbox it for shits and gigs. It's so fun. But so this game also unique. I have a unique story behind how I got this game. It's Boku no Dracula-kun. Which that's what I read when I looked it up. What is this game? Even though I knew before what it was, but that's how they say it. So, it's Akamajo Special, Dracula no Boku. It's Akamajo Special, Boku no Dracula-kun. So, basically I was at a game store just picking up a zapper. This guy had a stack of Famicom games in the back, the counter behind him, and I said, can I take a look at them? And I went, oh yeah, how much on this game? And he goes, let me go check. He goes, $35, and I only had $20, and I said, oh, it's fine, I don't have enough money. And then this one guy there goes, who I started to talk to for a few minutes, he goes, no, I'll buy it for you. I said, no, you don't need to do that. And he says, no, I will. He goes, you're into the hobby. He goes, just keep it. And he goes, it's fine, I'll pay for it. He goes, and then I go, no, you don't. I just kept saying like, no. He's like, no, I'm buying it for you. So I was like, okay, cool. So that's a unique story of how I got that game. So let's see. Then we have Yoshi's Cookie, and Wild Gunman. I actually bought an import of that. It's so funny. I use also I have my I think it's by Retron, the company. I don't remember, but it's a 60 to 72 pin converter or whatever. And then my 3-disc system games, which are Super Mario 2, Lost Levels, and Volleyball on 1 disc. Then Metroid and F1 Pre or F1 Race. So then I have these three things, which let me grab them. These are my manual holders, which are in the rental cases. So all my instruction manuals that I have, except for the games that I have for CIB, are in here. And then the tall manuals, like Tecmo Super Bowl and NES Open Golf. I even have instruction manuals for games I don't have, because a store near me was closing, and they had a big thing of manuals, and I said, what are you guys going to do with these? He goes, probably just get rid of them, or something like that. I went, how much free? She goes, normally normally $2, but I'll do a quarter for you. And I, like, bought pretty much everything. So, then there's also, like, some extra posters, and Nintendo Fun Club, and Nintendo Power inserts. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 duplicate games. And I think I have 107. So I have 168 unique games for the system. Even though this doesn't look like it, when this camera is literally dog shit. Except now it looks crystal clear, but in real life, this is probably 3 inches away, 3.5 inches away. Even though in this, I hate how zoomed in this thing is. And then I also have this, which I pretty much kept sealed. Everything's still originally in there. I pre-ordered it and I got it. I still have the box that came in from Target. And, I barely opened this deal in the game, just to barely open it and sneak up the game. And then I got S rank in every single event, except for the final Kirby event, which I got A++ or whatever. And I was like, ugh, I'm not trying, I wasn't a master at Kirby before I did that thing, but finally the last part of the collection, which is the boxed games. So let's start from the bottom here, alphabetically. The Adventures of Bayou Billy, The Anticipation, Barker Bill's Trick Shooting, Bases Loaded, Blades of Steel, Burger Time, the Castlevania Trilogy, Commando, Contra, Bubble Bibble, Dr. Mario, and 5-Screw Duck Hunt with a hang tab, which this is actually unpunched, so I put it in one of these things, these plastic things. I have very limited supply of these. If somebody knows where I can get them cheap for at least $1 a piece, please, let me know in the comments. I have no more bananas. I find, a 10-pack on Amazon for, $25 or something. I'm like, no way, $2.50 a piece? I'm like, no, I'd rather spend it on toilet paper. Even though it does protect the games, I still I like this. I'm just doing this, I guess. I only have, maybe, 10 or 12 cases. And then, Excite Bike, Galaga, Tension Gauntlet, Ghosts and Goblins, Golf, Golgo 13, I love you, Goonies 2, Dynamite 5-Screw. I've gotten a lot of black box completes. Hogan's Alley, Ice Hockey, Kung Fu, Legend of Zelda, Life Force, and Mickey Mouse Capades. Which this has everything in it, like the map, the instruction booklet, Nintendo Power poster, and it's the original with the cutout, not the re-release. And then we got Monopoly, MTV Remote Control, the NES Cleaning Kit. It's in between the first one with no branding of Nintendo Entertainment System, but it's before the one where they changed it to Mario with, scraping it down with a squeegee. So, then we have NES Play Action Football, 100% complete. I only got for, $10. That was at the store that was closing. I got all the manuals at. Ninja Gaiden 2, which I love I love the Ninja Gaiden games so much. They're great. Pinball, Pinbot, Rampage, RC Pro-Am, Rygar with Cellophane, Section Z, Silent Service, My Beloved Solomon's Key, and Star Tropics. And then we have some CIB Super NES, like Super Buster Brothers and Wizard of Oz. Super Buster Brothers is so underrated. And then I have Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, one of my favorites, Tecmo Bowl, Ninja Turtles, Tetris, Top Gun, Track and Field 2, Yo Noid, and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link re-release. And I also have F-Zero, Kirby's Dream Course Monopoly, and Pilot Wings CIB. Which by the way, none of the games are in these. They're all on the shelf. And, here's just a quick overview of this nightmare of a room and this crappy camera. And then there's a few more things, and then I have more NES stuff like controllers and posters and shit. And then for an art project recently, I did an NES with a, this was back a few months, like December, controller, NES with Mario Duck Hunt. Then Solomon's Key, I tried to draw some of the box. I didn't end up drawing Dana or some of the other little blocks and guys. And, yeah, so I got more boxes. I got into the ColecoVision. All 5 ColecoVisions I've ran into in the wild were broken on me. It was very disappointing. Like, I have a few games for it. I just want to play it, but I can't. Don't mind this thing. He's just there. He was at my grandma's. She's going to get rid of him. I was like, nah, he's cool. I'm keeping him. So, and PS de Resistance is my NES. I got autographed by the Lord himself. Just kidding. I'm actually an atheist. So it's a James Rolfe. No fucking way, dude. It's awesome. It's an NES. The NES works. And, James AVGN, the fucking nerd. Because I went to, Galloping Ghost Arcade on July 11th, because I literally, like, I'm so close to there. I live near there. So, it was a meet and greet, and you can get a picture. So I got a James picture autograph combo. So, there's the picture on my phone in my background. There I am with my Atari hat, and I'm pissed off, and then and those were the Nintendo Power sticker controllers. So, turn back on. So if you look closely, which I don't think you can see him, but he has the pink Nintendo Power controller, and I have the blue one. And we're just in that, and it was really great to, like, go there. I met some great people. I met this YouTuber guy named Anime Warlord. He was in front of me, and we were just talking and laughing the whole time. And then this one guy had to sign a petition about the AVGN doing some kind of Halloween video, and it was talking about, like, ghosts and goblins and stuff. And I should have made a petition for him to do a video about revisiting the Sword Quest Atari 2600 event. Like, hey, where are those treasures 15 years later or whatever? That would be awesome. But no, that would, I'll probably, it was, even though I'm not into anime, I just subscribed to his channel, because he was a really nice guy. He was really cool. But yeah, so that, dude, I spent a lot of money that I had saved up. I brought some waters there, because Galloping Ghost Arcade is the largest arcade in the world, I think. And, it's in Chicago. It's in Brookfield, Illinois. But yeah, no, that was just a great picture. A Nostalgia Critic and a Cinema Snob were there. I had a great time. It was cool. I was there for hours. There goes my guy and Mom. I'm coming in. Because she was outside. She watches Big Brother all the time. Outside in the garage. Big Brother. And then, this is not related, but, I have a drawing of a Pillsbury Doughboy in one commercial. I'll put the link to the commercial in the description. But I just love Pillsbury. But, yeah, so that's, I would probably get a room tour within a week trying to do that. And, I'm haunted by NESs. I got one there, I got the top loader there, I got a disc system up there, I got the one on my bed. But, yeah, so, and I also did get a haircut, you could see from that picture, so, and also on the thumbnail, so, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.